Hello everybody, welcome to another Cruise of Smooth. Atypical Monday, a non-typical Monday for me today. My wife started a new job, so instead of hanging out with her on Monday, I got to hang out with a couple kids. One of them was homesick from the school today. I had to run an errand after she got home. We went out to dinner tonight. She met up with us, so I'm heading home right now, but I had to pick up a couple things before I left town. Before I get into anything today, don't forget to hit the like button, share, comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know when stuff goes up. Also, if there's anything that you want to know my take on, leave it in the comment section below, and I'd be more than happy to, even if it's something I don't know, I'd be happy to look it up and record my opinions on something I never thought about before. So, I want to talk about stupid things today. Due to when it is, I want to talk about stupid things. Daylight savings time being one of them. Now, I'm not going off on a huge anti-Ben Franklin rant, but because it was smart when it was originally done. When you consider the fact that a great deal of Americans were at that point in time laboring in their own fields to raise their own food and livestock, it made perfect sense to have daylight savings time so that people could work during the daylight for a greater chunk of the year. It made perfect sense. However, there's a thing that has been modernized since the advent of the invention of daylight savings time, which is electricity and lighting. Good buddy of mine has been farming for decades, literally, on and off. But he farmed for himself for a number of years. He got into a different job, and he would farm as side work when the contractor season was out, doing whatever needed to be done. The farmer that he worked for was by no means an early bird when you compare him to most other farmers. So he would not wake up early in the day, but he would stay up well past dark, and whenever he went out whenever he would get equipment, he would also purchase the additional lighting package, or all the additional lighting options. Most tractors have some sort of lights on them. He would buy these wraparound halogen flood lamps for a few $100s a piece, plus the switches and wiring, and set them up on the majority of his equipment, so when he pulled a semi-trailer in to use it for farming equipment, he could see the truck from the front of the truck to the back of the trailer and all the area around it to load and unload stuff. And even just with normal lighting equipment, there was a number of years back, I had a different lawnmower. I've always had a summer side hustle, that being it. Had a different lawnmower, and I did get a small light kit for it, and there were times I was mowing at 11, 12 o'clock at night during the summer. And in the area of the country that I'm in, Eastern Standard Time Zone, that is as dark as it gets. I did rig up what was effectively a miner's light, out of the classic movies where they got the little light on top of a hard hat that was wired into the electrical system of the mower, so when I flipped the switch for the light, it would turn the light on my head and the regular lights on the mower. Well, I could see that light was as good as a car headlight. And it was crazy because I'd turn my head at the end of a row on this one guy's yard. I'd be out mowing till 11, 12 o'clock at night, just moving on along. And it was crazy because I'd look over to one side when I was getting ready to make my turn, and I'd see a dozen sets of eyes staring back at me off in the woods. Likely just raccoons and possums and things like that due to the area that he lived in, but I was working at night. And on my current mower, I do not have a lighting system just due to the typical time of day that I cut. I typically get an early start on my day off, and I can get everything buttoned up before dark and be in the driveway around dark. But I think daylight savings time is stupid. Just due to the advances in farming and the advances in electricity and all that other stuff. I don't think it's necessary. I think that at a federal level, it should stop. The next time change, I think which will be fallback, I think that they should fall back a half hour and then never mess with it again, or just don't do it again. It messes up everything. I went to hang out with we had planned to hang out with some friends on Saturday night. My wife, kids, and I. It was a kid's birthday party. They went to an indoor video game arcade, did laser tag, presents, pizza, cake, all that stuff. Went to the birthday party, then we met up at a friend's house afterward just to let the kids play, and the adults hung out and did whatever it was adults do. I'm not very good at being an adult, so we just kind of sat around and talked. But it was bad because, like, no one realized that it was daylight savings time, so my wife and I, we had to be up early in the morning. And when you account for the time change, we got home at like 12:30. So I'm still groggy from losing an hour of sleep, even though it sucks. Daylight savings time is stupid. There was something else I wanted to talk about today, and I already forgot about what it was after ranting about daylight savings time. Oh, what was it? Daylight savings time is stupid. What else was stupid? Well, I can't think of what it was, so anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on daylight savings time. Leave it in the comment section below. As always, thanks for tuning in for another Cruise with Smooth. Y'all stay safe. If I think of what it was, I'll be back. If not, see everybody tomorrow.